Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so today we're going to continue with our character. Yesterday we tried to create some design here for the stones, for the rocks here around the base, but I think that we're going to try different things because I am not completely sure about this design. I mean, we can have some parts, but not, I mean, these rocks. I think that we can do something better. Maybe I prefer something like this. I think something like this or something like this. So we can just leave some parts with that kind of rocks. For example, maybe here, here. But the other parts, I think that we can, I don't know, build something different. So let's see what can we do today, okay? Of course we're going to add more details here, so don't worry about that. Okay, let's try. I'm going to hide this. I'm not very sure that is a good design. So let's leave it like that for now. I'm going to add maybe, let me think. For example, another, what should I add here? Another. Let me show you more references that I got yesterday. No, not here. This one is inspired maybe in a game, I don't know, maybe DC Universe Online, I don't know, but it was, this is from Thanagar, the home world of Hawkgirl. I'm going to bring all that inspiration here, all the references about her planet. Let me see if there are more about that. Okay, so here you can see the references. As you can see, there are a lot of rocks, so that's why I am like leaving some parts with rock, but I think that we can do something better in the other parts of the base. Okay, here this is important, this part for this. Okay, there are circular, so maybe instead of doing this I can maybe create something circular here for that part of the floor. Let me see, just because I see a lot of this. Let me see another references. This is a square, this is like, okay, so this has different shapes. Okay, like that kind of floor. Also, I think that this is the planet, her planet, but this is like some part of a planet, like a town, like a city, not the whole planet, because the whole planet has different different cities and different realities, if I can say, maybe like that. So let me see if I can find okay, I like this design. Maybe we can add that here. What else what we can do? Okay, I have like an idea. I am having some ideas right now. this. One moment. Okay, now what would I have had to change the music because I don't want to have copyright issues. Okay, this is the idea I have. Maybe here we can create something like this in this part. Okay, maybe we can start with that. And in here the square is not a good idea, I think. Maybe we can do something like this. Maybe. Okay, let me think. I am so close. But if I do that here, what should I add in here? Okay, I have an idea. What if we create first this, and then if we see that we need to add something else, then we do that, okay? I like this one, those rocks, small rocks here, but let's see. If that is a good idea, then we do that. Okay, so let me hide everything. I need, of course, to add something here because this is not going to look good. So let me think, what can I add in this part? Okay, I'm having some ideas, but first let's create that part, okay? Let me hide that. These rocks too, and also this part. So this is going to be like the principal. Let's start with this design. Okay, as you can see, okay, I need a solid base here. Hello, welcome. Maybe like this. Let me try to do this part. This is too small. Let's say that is it. Resolve edges. Now I am going to make this smaller. Like that maybe. Then we can add something else, or not too much. Maybe that was too much, but I need something else here. Let me see. Where is the... No, this one. Let me move that here. Okay. Now let me hide that again. Maybe I need to make this a little bit bigger, I don't know. Just because it is too small. Let me try to do that a little bit bigger. I'm going to separate this part. In an easier way. Okay, this is going to be bigger and 3D cursor like this, maybe. Yes, it is better. Okay, that. And here. And here we can. Maybe we can do this a little bit bigger too. But remember that this is for 3D printing, so I need to be careful because the only thing is to divide this base here at the middle, so we can print this with no problem. Just I think that is going to be the thing that someone need to do if he or she wants to print this, to divide the base. Maybe a little bit smaller like that. Okay, let's try to create this. Let me see if I have a better view. Okay, we can see, I'm going to leave a special part for this design. For this design here. Okay, we can add a border in this part. We need a border. Okay, let me check this part. This border we can add in this part. I'm going to separate this one. I am thinking. I'm going to create different blockings for different bases. I have another idea. Let me move this one. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to move it to base 2. Remember that we're creating this here with you, so I need to test different things here. Okay, I'm going to hide this. I'm going to, for this one, let me, the base, the references, I'm going to keep this in a separate folder, in a different collection. Base reference. Okay, so I can hide this with no problem, and I will still have this part. Okay, this one I'm going to move that down. This one I'm going to move this up. So maybe now you know what I am going to. Let me add the solidify here. Solidify. Scale. So we know the limit of this part, okay? Now, this is going to be... I have a better idea. I'm going to move this close. And that part here. But I want to make this round. What can I do to make that round? Maybe this part of the ceiling. This. Okay, I'm going to open this part here. I'm going to open this maybe here. This one I'm going to sorry. Make this round. I'm going to move this a little bit down. And then I'm going to close this part. Like that. And then I'm going to close that part. Maybe I should do this again. Let me do that again. Here no, it is okay. I think that it is okay. Let me delete this one. No, not like that. Okay, I did that, and then I'm going to this base is going to be very big. I'm creating different. Remember that we are testing here different options. And I'm going to close that. And then I'm going to need this part. I'm going to then duplicate this and separate that. I'm going to move that down. And I'm going to extrude that up. Sorry. I'm guessing this is going to be here. Like that. What else? Now I need like these pieces here, like supports, like this. I'm going to create one, and then I'm going to create multiples of those and then rotate so if I do that, then I need this to be bigger. yes. So let me make this a little bit bigger. Here maybe. I'm going to move it that in that part. I'm going to move this down here. Great. Now let's try to create this like support here that is going to hold that base. Okay, now we are having an idea. This part is going to be the difficult because I don't know what can I create here. Okay, let's create those supports here. If you have in the chat here maybe some ideas, please let me know. Okay, we have this. I'm going to create a standard piece here. Let me move the cursor to world origin. I'm going to create a cube, or no, let's start with a plane. I'm going to rotate this. I'm going to try to create a special design for that part. Let's create something special here. Okay, so I'm going to divide this. Sorry. Okay, something like that. Here I want to have something circular here and create that piece like that, just something like that. We can make this straight angles, but let's try to do that with circular here to see. Perfect. I can extrude that. I'm going to delete this one. Faces. But by doing that, okay, I have an idea. I'm going to move the cursor to selected. I'm going to create a circle. 32. Let's try with 16. We're going to rotate this. And we have our piece. Maybe 32. Okay, let's go back. 16. Let's try with 16. Okay, great. So here I'm going to delete this face here. Face. Let's use this as reference. Okay. Let me delete this face. I'm going to extrude here something. Here, let me delete this face. And we're going to extrude here the other part. Okay, like that. Then we can delete this. I think that we can delete the other part too. Extrude here, and we can delete all of these points that we are not going to need that anymore. I'm creating this here, so let's see what we are going to get with this design. Okay, we did that. I close that, and then 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2. Okay, perfect. I'm going to divide this, subdivide and subdivide. Okay, just to have a better topology, maybe we can do this. 0.09, let's write 0.09. Okay, and now that we have that, I am going to solidify, just solidify, and of course I am going to apply a scale. This is going to be at the middle, and maybe 1. Let's put here 1. Oh, 1 is too much. 0.5. Great. Okay, so now what should we do to create multiple of these pieces in here? The most easy way to do this is just duplicate, place it here, and rotate. But I want to make this. If I change something here, then all of those are going to change. And to do that, I don't remember. I think that you should add a circle, and with that circle you have to parent. And I did this the last week, believe me. I did this the last week and I don't remember. I should paste something here around my PC to remember these kind of things. I did this. Really, I did this on Friday and I don't remember. I forget about those simple actions. Okay, let me try to remember. I think that let me first go to move the cursor to world origin again. Let's create a circle. Okay. 16. No, 16. The points are going to decide the number of these. 8. 8 is good. I think that 8 is good. Okay. Now. Let me see. I have to parent this with this one, maybe parent object, and here how can I this attribute? I need to add something else. Geometry data, no. Here, maybe here, visibility tissue, why not? No, where is the I've include? No. I don't remember. Collections, no. Vertices. Okay. Align to normal. Let me go to the let me select the circle. Where is the circle? This is a circle, right? I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. The main, I'm going to make this smaller, and I'm going to rotate this, of course. See, to the other direction, like this. Just 90, and then you have these pieces, but of course that it is not here. You see, I told you that I did this just the last weekend, but my memory is not good. With that, you have control. You can create. You just hide this, no problem. But all the changes that you did here, that you do here, you can apply this here. So you can control, create. This is good for create like this array instead of using array, because with array, the problem with array is that if you apply maybe an array and then apply a circle, a curve modifier and a circle curve object, you're going to have the problem that it is going to follow the circle, but also the geometry is going to change, trying to adapt to the circle. So maybe here you're going to have a little bit bigger and here a little smaller faces. So that's the problem with that method. I think that there is another method. The other method is just the one that I told you. That is select this, duplicate 8 times and rotate in a certain angle, and then you have, but with that you don't have control of, or maybe yes, because if you parent that with the main object, you can change that. I don't know. I have to try. But with this method, it is better because you can control, as I already told you. So first, I am going to move this down. Look, okay. And also, I'm going to make this the same, or not the same. Let me see. But I apply the scale. No. Okay, let me select this one. And here I am going to select that. No, there is not the same scale. Okay, don't worry. But I can copy this scale. Great. Now we have what we want. Now, of course, that okay. Yes, I think that this is what we want. Okay, what else do we have to do here? I think that we need to make this a little bit smaller. No, the most important thing, it moves with me. I need to move this. Let me see. Just like that, and make this smaller. I hope to lose that part. It was perfect. Don't worry. We're going to change that. No, we don't lose nothing. We lose nothing. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And we are good. Let me hide this and look. We have that beautiful part here, and of course that we need maybe to move this a little bit up. This part we can move it a little bit up, like that. Now it is looking great. We can close this. Let me see, what can I create in here? No, I'm just going to fill this with something, but okay, we can close this part. Let me move this to the inside. No, sorry. The bad news is that I cannot. But don't worry. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. No, don't worry about that. And also, I'm going to have a special border here, so don't worry about that too. That is going to be metal, the same as here. Okay, great. Now we are building something here. Also, what else can I do to make this even stronger? Okay, let's fill this. Let's close this because we are not going to use this anymore. Maybe here 0.8, and the same with the other part. I already closed that. Okay, I didn't pay attention to the. Okay, I want to close this in a special way. Let me just use a random value like this, for example, 0.8. Let's try 0.8. No, that is too much. 0.85. 0.85 looks good, but I think that we need, and it looks like it is exactly what we want. But no. Let's use something smaller, 0.9. Yes, now we can control that. 0.9 here. And there's no need to cut this because it is going to be flat. Great. Okay, now here we are going to first let me create something special here. I'm going to separate that border, and this border I'm going to convert that into a curve, or no, because I want to be something just following these parts. Okay, let's try to do it in that way. Skin, where is the skin? The skin. What? No. No, something happened. Sorry. I think that I made a mistake. The mistake was... Okay, I made a mistake. I select this one I should select, not the other one. Okay, now we're good. Here we can make this smaller. This border. Okay, now we're good. I'm going to use 0.075 for that part. That's good. I'm going to do something similar here with this part here. Let me duplicate that and separate it. Now I'm going to select this and use again the same. Also something very important. Okay, let's add a skin modifier. Points. I think that the same value is not going to work here, so let me go to 0.075. Just we can use that. Just one thing, scale. I knew that I'm going to. Okay, don't worry. I knew that I forgot to. Okay, let's do this again. Because I don't want to have. I always like to manage this kind of values. Okay, I'm going to apply the scale, and now again I'm going to add the skin. Always apply a scale, remember, scale. At the end, you're going to apply all transforms, but when you're working, always scale. With the other ones, don't worry, because you are going to use I think that you would like to use local transformation. Okay, now let's see what is the new value. 0.1. Let's try with 0.1. It's too small. Let's try with 0.15. 0.15. Yes, we can use that. 0.15. Now let's go with this. I'm going to separate this. Sorry, I didn't separate that. Separate that. Selection. And here I'm going to, of course, scale. Skin, the same thing. .15. Okay. Now we have something. Now we have something good. Following this kind of references and trying to match it with the style of our armor, of our character. Okay, I was thinking here to create something like this, or maybe I just leave it with the blocks. What should I do? Because here I'm going to add something else, but if I look at the, I know that I don't have a good reference here. Maybe, okay, let me think. Okay, what should we do here? Maybe blocks, but where I'm going to add this design? This base is too big. If someone wants to print this, is going to divide this base. Maybe you're not going to have problems with the base. Of course, if you want to create a gigantic figure, to print a gigantic version, to preserve all the details, then you have to do that. Now it is looking good. Now I like it. And what else? I am going to create a little here's something up. I'm going to close that, and I am going to create this with that part, and then I'm going to merge that, something like that. Let's try to do that. Okay, we already closed this. Maybe we need to close this a little bit more. And maybe here. And, but I am already at the. Oh no! There's no way to get something else up. No. Let me think. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to move this a little bit down. No, that's too much. That's too much. Okay, like that. I'm going to close this. No, I close it. Let me think. I want to create something really good here. Should be exactly like that, or we can improvise something. Okay, I have another idea. I'm going to have this, but I'm going to make it smaller. But the other part, I'm going to just extrude some parts, like separate. So it is going to be, these lines are going to be like in the inside. Something like that. And then I'm going to move that up until here, until, yes, that is another good idea. These are going to be like, the design that I'm trying to replicate is something like this. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, so let me think. How many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 6 is not good. Let's try with 8 to continue with this design. Let's try with 8. I'm going to first just to separate this, and I'm going to hide it just in case. Now let's select the 8. I think that this one is 32, right? 32, yes. So 8, 8. Okay, let's do this. Oh, here. Very good. Maybe I need to make this a little bit wider. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, like that. And I am going to create a bevel. Just like that. Maybe it is too big. I need it to be smaller. 0.2, 0.002. 0.02, and I'm going to delete that. I'm going to select this, and the 3D cursor is going to be at the middle. No, I'm going to use this. I'm going to select this part, and I am going to the center. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Sorry, to the inside. Ooh, okay, that is a problem. Let me go back. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, good. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Like this. You know what? I should done this before I extrude that, so it is going to be easier to make this part here, because now no, we're good. So now we're going to close that, and I am going to move that up. What is the reference? What is the reference here? Well, it's too small. Let me make this smaller. Now I am thinking maybe I should not move this. Let me try another thing. Okay, I'm going to here. Yes, this is better. Okay, now I am going to select this again. And move it up. Now it is better. You can see. I'm going to extrude it in here, and I'm just going to close that. You're going to leave it like that. No problem. Maybe that is too small. No, it is good. It is good. Okay, let me try to do that again. Here. Okay. Now let me bring back. You know what? I think that I made this in the wrong side. I should do this. I made this. It was my fault. It is my fault, sorry. I do it in the wrong way. This one should be the bigger one, and let me see if I can no, I use I made a mistake. I made this in the wrong way. Don't worry. No, it matters. Okay, let's do this again. I don't like that. Fortunately, we have our. Okay. So let's do this again. Let's think it correctly. Okay. So what do we have to do here? Just one. Okay, let's continue. So let's create that part first. Okay, we're going to close this. until here, I think. Then we're going to close that a little bit more until that, and then we're going to create just the last one and we're going to close it. Okay, great, now we have what we want. So what now I'm going to duplicate this and hide it, and this one I am going to erase some part and leave it some parts. So first I am going to select the eight sides here. Yes, but I want to make this down. Okay, let's think first. Let me select all of these parts, and then this one. Let me hide everything else. No, I did it in the wrong way. One, two, three, four. Also, I don't need this, so I can delete that. For now, I don't need that. What else? What else? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe here we can create this border too. I am going to create the bevel 0.025. I'm going to create this to arc and 2. I don't have to worry about this, because I'm going to delete this part. So let me delete that. Okay, this is what I have, and also let me delete this one. I don't need this. Okay, now let me, this is what I have, right? I am going to bring back this circle. I'm going to duplicate that, just hide it, this this one, and I'm going to make this a little bit. Let me press the origin to the center and go to here to edit mode and shrink. Instead of making it bigger, I am going to make it smaller. Before we do that, let's do this. I'm going to create a solidify here. Let me apply the scale. Solidify. Okay. I don't know if that is the value that we need, but let's go with that. 0.15. We have this beautiful base there. Okay, let's make this a little bit wider because it is too small. Also, let me apply a scale. What happens if yes, that is going to happen. No, forget about applying a scale. Just one moment. Okay, let's continue. Continuamos. Moment. Okay, now we continue. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to make this. Sorry. Let me select this. I'm going to make this wider. But I have a problem here with the circle. That is not good. Let me. Okay. I know the problem. Sorry. I am not. This is not a solid piece. This is with solidify. So I am just going to increase the solidify here. Maybe to 1. Just 1 is good. Look. With 1 we are good. Maybe the only thing that we should do later is just to move this a little bit up so we can have like a little bit of circle here. That's only the thing that we should do. Now look at the base. Let's go in this view. Look, it is looking great, right? I'm trying to follow this design here. Let me close this because we are not going to use this anymore. We don't need this anymore. I mean, okay. Also this part here, we are not going to need this anymore. We can close that. Great. Okay, now we have to create this part here that I am not sure. I am not sure, completely sure I mean. So let me think, what can we create that? Look at this. We have like 2 levels. That's okay, don't worry. I like this. But now what we're going to create in here? That's the thing. That's the problem. We can create something similar to this, but no, I think that we need now to add the part of the rocks. If we want also, we can make this a little bit down so it is like a tower. Okay, I am having some ideas. Uh, for this design, we can do something special because look, here we need to add something in here, but I don't know right now what can I add because this is looking good, but if I add something in here, it is going to destroy the design that I have. But remember that we have this, that this is rock, the design, the planet, the inspiration. So maybe we can create something in here that is going to be like a mix of rocks and also of an structure that is going to cover maybe the quarter, this part, this part. We can cover it like this area. So she is going to have her foot over that part, and it is not going to destroy our design. Okay, but the thing is what we can create in here. And also don't forget that if we do something like that, we have to add it down. That's the thing. Maybe we don't need, no, I think that we need, but okay, we have to try, but at least we have an idea. Now the thing is, what can I add in here to make it look good? That's the thing. It is easy for me just to create something, another one here similar, just like these two parts, but I think that it is so boring. In that part we can add this design over that structure, but what can we add in there is the question. Also we have to add something in here, but I think that, or maybe in here we can add this design. For now I like this. Maybe also I think that we can make this a little bit bigger. Yes, and I don't need more references because I already have my chest. Ooh, like this. Great. Now it is looking better. So we can better. This base is too big, but it is looking good. Okay, so music stopped, and I'll go for some water. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Please don't go. Just few minutes. I'll just go for a glass of water and I'll be back. And we'll continue. If you have some ideas, please let me know in the chat. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Okay, friends, so now we need to create something in here. We're going to try different ideas, I don't know. Please, if you have some suggestions, please let me know, because right now I don't know what can I create here. So this is going to continue with this wonderful design. Also, to add bricks, I think that there are add-ons, but there are another way to do that. So the easiest way to do that is just with create one brick and add an array and move it in here, then another row, and just change that. That's the easiest way to do that. But I think that there is another way. With that, we're going to have perfect bricks, but I think that we can do something better. Just. Please. What can I create in here? What can I create in here? I'm going to make this a metallic piece like that. I'm going to do that here. Let me just select this part to duplicate, selection, to select this part and go here and just move, sorry, and extrude that. We can make it bigger. I mean bigger in the Z axis. I don't tell what the hell. Let me do this again. Let me delete that. Let me go here again. Here go again. Okay, I know what is the problem. Here I go again on my own. I know what is the problem. I forgot that I close in that part, like following that design, but I don't want that. And now I am going to extrude in edit mode, select everything. Now we are good, but this is too much. Let me make it smaller, but okay, another thing that I should do, origin and the volume, smaller but block the Z-axis. Okay, now we close that, and of course that we have to close the shape, so let's close this. Select both sides. Like that. This one is going to be easier to create because I'm just going to add some. I'm going to add I have two options, add more topology and just add an alpha. With an alpha start working to create this, but maybe we can use some modeling techniques to create these irregular shapes. I'm not sure right now what are those modeling techniques. I think that with geometry nodes we can do something, but I want to use geometry nodes. Hello, Miguel, welcome. And after we finish here on YouTube, I go directly to the other platform. So the schedule is I'm going to share that to Discord. Just and Kick, today we're going to continue on Kick. Yesterday so let me tell you the days. Let me activate the schedule here. Okay. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Kick, and Thursdays, Tuesdays, and Fridays on Twitch. And then you can follow there. I do less, only like 1 hour and 50 minutes. It is a short. There are shorter streamings because I don't have more time, but also because the projects are smaller. And on Fridays, remember that I don't do YouTube streamings at mornings because I have the gaming streaming nights. We have the gaming streaming nights, so I change. Maybe this 2 hours that I do here on YouTube, I do that on Friday with Twitch or maybe with Kick. What is going to decide what I am going to choose for the platform? Which platform am I going to choose depending on the project? So if I need to do a lot of things for that project, then I'm going to use those 2 hours for maybe for Twitch, because I'm creating a difficult model, a little bit more difficult than the other one. So that's but the hours are the same at the morning at morning. So maybe 1 p.m. Ecuador time. I don't know what is the Ecuador time. I think that is the same. I need to share that. I need to share those hours. But for example, here right now you can see my computer, my screen. It is almost 12 p.m. 12 p.m. After 11, it came 12 p.m. I never, just because 12 a.m. is at night. So we are just 5 minutes more to the middle, to the lunchtime maybe. So in one more hour we are going on Kick, to continue on Kick. Maybe 10 more, a little sooner, but I almost stay like 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 10 minutes there. But you have the links here on the YouTube page. You have all the links there on the YouTube page. I am, just in case, I am right now creating the Lapras time lapse. I'm going to create the time lapses shorter, because I think that it is. I think that I made a mistake with the Goku time lapse, because I think that you don't want to hear me introducing the character. Many of you already know the character, so there was no need there. I lose some time there, so I just go directly with the final result and then start the time lapse, and then at the end the final result, and only music, no more talking at the video. So I think that you're going to like a little bit more this time lapse. Just let me know what do you want me to do with those videos, because I have, for example, for Lapras I use 10 days, but I don't know if you want me to upload day by day. But of course that I'm going to short the video, because 2 hours at that time I streamed 2 hours at night, but it is impossible right now for me because I'm too tired to do that. So at that time I used 2 hours to stream. So I think that you don't want to see 2 hours of me doing something and talking and not directly to you, because I am not in live stream. So maybe I can use the... Okay, thank you, welcome. I can use the video I don't know, to make it maybe 30 minutes and just introduce what I'm going to do in that video, and then a little bit of increase the speed of that video. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to share that on the Discord server, so maybe you can help me to decide what to do. But just in case I am saving the videos, I found a way, because on those platforms the problem was that also if I record the screen, it is too much. The videos are too heavy, so I needed to lower the size of those files. But to do that, I needed to download another app, but now I don't have problems. So now I can store those videos on my external storage device, and that's all. So also, if you have any idea of how can I continue creating this, please let me know, because now I don't have more ideas. I am thinking on something between rocks and something about this structure, so she can stand with something in here, but right now I don't have more ideas. Let me see what if I add a rock. Let me use the backup of the base. Let me use this one. I'm going to move that to the... look, we can add. Maybe now we can use something like this in here. These kind of rocks here, and then we can... Let me move this here. Because if I bring back the other... No, it's not going to look good. The other base, let me see. No. It is hidden, I think. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. No, I don't want something like that. I need something else. I need to think about something. I don't know. I'm going to use these two structures, and maybe something similar in this side. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try to create something here. Let me duplicate this one and move it to the base 2. Let me hide that, and let me hide the backup. The backup collection. Hide the backup collection. Okay. So this is the rock that we have, but I need something better than this. So let's try to create something here. First, I'm going to move it here. Okay. Something here. Okay. Going to move this down. Let me deactivate this one. Move this down. This up. Yes, yes, but the thing is, remember that. No, no, please let me know your ideas. It is better because if I have more ideas, I know what to do. Thank you, thank you. Remember that we are doing here this together with all of you. I'm doing this here with your help, so with your ideas, I improve my work. Yes, yes, I just started with a project. There you have the link. There you have the link. Tomorrow we're going with Twitch, and on Friday, remember. Tomorrow I on Friday. On Friday, maybe at the same hour that now we are on YouTube. The same hour on Twitch. The 2 hours are going to be on Twitch, but tomorrow after we are Wednesday. Yes, tomorrow after the YouTube streaming, we'll continue on Twitch. Today we're going to do on Kick. We're creating another project there. So with the videos, the thing is, remember that maybe on September we're going to have in my country blackout problems again, blackout issues. So I will have no energy for hours. I don't know. I don't have money to buy the machine to provide solar energy for my computer, but for that dates I want to at least have some content. That's why I was thinking on maybe I can upload those days. I will not do the streamings, but I can upload videos every day, like I am creating the character. Maybe that's why I am saving those videos. That's why I'm creating like the projects in the other platforms, so I have material to upload that later. If that's why I am saving those videos. But the time lapse, I'm going maybe the time lapses after I finish a project. I'm going to create a time lapse and I'm going to upload that on every Sunday. I'm going to try to upload every Sunday when I finish a project. So don't worry about the time lapses. Don't worry about the time lapses. And of course that I'm going to create shorts about the time lapses. So don't worry about that. The thing is, what can I do with these 10 days that I have now of content? Maybe I can create shorter videos about part 1, instead of doing day 1, day 2, and 3, I can say part 1, part 2, part 3, to show the whole process and explain what I did in that day. Now the problem is this. Please give me some ideas about how can I create this part of the base. I am looking at these references about this Thanagar. Thanagar is the name of the planet of Hawkgirl, but right now I have no idea what can I create for this part. I was trying to create a mix of rocks and of this civilization, but right now I don't know what can I add in here. I don't want to add a rock. I want to add something else, something maybe like a cube to be like part of this structure, maybe here. Let's try to do that. Yes, I am having those ideas. Remember that I'm trying to do this alone, but it is a lot of work. I am enjoying it. I am not complaining about anything, but just try to understand me when I am maybe not doing things the way that you expect. I am trying to do my best here, but it is too much. But it is something that I have to do. There is no other way. It is that, or just find another job and forget about 3D. And I don't want to do that. Okay, I was with this idea. I'm going to use this. I'm going to duplicate this, and I am going to make this a little bit bigger just to differentiate this one from the previous. Okay, like that. And I'm going to give it again the texture. Okay, now we have that. So like this structure, but a little bit bigger. I don't know, let me see. Let me move it a little bit here. And in here, I think that it is good. I'm just going to make this bigger in this way, like here, and bigger in this direction too, like here. So this is going to have like a structure like this one, a design like this one. I want to create something like this, and the rocks are going to be part of that. So that is something that I have in mind. Look, and also we can make it here. Let me see how is this design. Okay, I can extrude something else in here. Let me select this. Now I think that we have something. No, like that maybe. Then we just have to adjust it, and the rocks should be down or just in here. Maybe we can move those down to be part of the just we can make it to be like that. So with that I can say that it is part of the planet. Remember that, I don't know if some of you were here when I started with the idea. The thing is that I want the base to be like part of the identity of this character. So this version of Hawkgirl is from the second version of Hawkgirl. Is Shayera Hol, and she's from Thanagar. I think that's the name of the planet. She's from another planet. The thing with that planet is that they used to be like a technological civilization, something like that, but they got they were invaded by another aliens, and they got destroyed. They have like 3 different wars, the way they were destroyed, and they established like a kind of dictatorship, something like that, a police state. So the police officers are like these men, Hawkgirl, and they can they like control the order, the society to be peaceful, something like that. But some parts of the planet are like they are people with better life conditions, and other that do not have like that life. So some parts are because of the wars. For example, here you don't see destruction, but some other parts of the planet have some kind of destruction, something like it is happening in the Middle East. Wars, destroying, and like different militias, independent militias that control some areas, something like that. But the state, the whole country is supposed to be controlled by the government, but in some areas they don't have control, something like that. So they use the police in this case to try to control everything. So I want to project something like that in the base. Okay, so maybe now you have a little bit more of context of what I am trying to create here. And to project that, I am, as you can see, they mixed like rocks, nature in this case, with the technology. So I am trying to create that here. So please, I am open to suggestions of what can I create in here. Okay, let me move this here. Let me make this bigger because this is not looking good. Okay, the rock now is looking good in this part. Yes, I like it to be in that way, so I can watch, I can look at I can see the base supports here. I like it in that way. I can see the rocks. Great. Here this part is going to have also, maybe let me add let me change a little bit more these parts here. I want to control this one. No, just that one. I'm going to move it in here. Like that. And here, no, we're good with that. I'm going to move it like this. Meteor, like something that is going to destroy, like a rock. The cube, just in case, the cube is not a simple cube. The cube is something with this design. Just in case, it is not a cube. Maybe you say something like this. Let me show you more references. Something like this, maybe this rock with rocks around, something like that. Maybe that's your idea, I don't know. If you have a reference, maybe an image that you have in mind where you got that idea, or maybe you think right now about that idea. Okay, something like this. So rock. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to I can create like this kind of rock. So to follow your idea, I need to create not a cube, but something like a rock. No, this is yes, but it makes sense because this cube is like, no, I just want to make like part of the structure of this structure, but it is not to make sense. So maybe your idea is better. Let me try to think how to add it. Maybe the rock. But if I do like in your idea, I don't need to use this. I need to use a solid rock. Then I just have to sculpt the rock details. Let's try. But it is going to be a cube. It is going to be a cube at the end because the cube is just the blocking. Remember that this is just blocking. This has a more design, but because we started on Monday and now 2 days after we started with the base, I have a better idea. Yes, the cube is like the blocking, so we can make it like a rock to follow your idea and then create these rocks around. Let me show you. These rocks around here, around the cube that is going to be also a rock. Or maybe I was thinking about also these rocks with design to show that it was, yes. Yes, but that is what we're trying to do right now. Okay, let's use the grease pen. Let me hide this. Okay, let me hide this. But I want to show you the whole process here, so I didn't draw something before. Let me hide this. Let me hide this. So let's say that we have a rock here. Sorry. Like a rock here. Like some kind of rock. And around we have more rocks, something like that. Following this design, right? Only here because I don't want to cover this part. Maybe more here. Something like that. Maybe that's idea number 1. But do you say if maybe I just leave it in one side, or I can add it maybe in another part. Ah, look, the drawing is there. It is something that maybe it comes with the update. I don't know what I did, but now before, because remember that before, when I change the view, this disappeared. This is only available in the front, in the view that I draw that I make the drawing. But now it seems that it is like in that side. It remains in the screen. So that is idea number one. Let me go here and game with idea two. I don't know. I made this with AI, but I didn't like this. This is simple, and it doesn't make sense with what I want. What is the other one? To create something here. To create something here. Like there. And then rocks around. No, in this part, no. I don't know. Here. And this one is going to have the design of the Hawk world. Something like this. The thing is that it is particularly weird to have rocks in the ceiling, but if the ceiling is broken, but you know what? If I do this, maybe the rock not only on the yes, the rocks are weird. Yes, you are right. You are right. But okay, now I understand you. The thing is that I want to create something like this, so maybe it makes sense if I like destroy this part of the base and only leave it with rock, this part. So by that, maybe it is going to make sense. Like this, look, the ceilings, these structures are like inside the rocks. That's why I'm trying to do something like that. But yes, you're right. If I just add some rocks there, it is not going to make sense. Destruction. Now I understand your idea, but I don't have like the idea. I mean, something that I can work on right now. Yes, that's why I am doing this with rocks. That's I already explained to you the context, the how are the cities here in this planet. This is like the part that is controlled by the police, the police officers, the Hawkmen. But there are some parts of the world that are destroyed. In this case, this is not destroyed because, or we can make it to be destroyed, but with that I need to change a lot of things here. So maybe the rocks. Let me bring back the. Where is this? Base 2 here. This is the rock. So this rock is like trying to do something like that. So maybe I can make the rock bigger. Let's try to do that. If I make this rock bigger, let me select these faces. Maybe I can extrude this. Let me extrude this part. And now I have to fix this because it is going to look not good. So I need to change, maybe here I'm going to change this part and move it to the inside like this. Yes, I made, just in case if you didn't check how I made these rocks, these are the modifiers that I am using. These are the modifiers that I am using. I did this on Monday, maybe, or yesterday. No, on Monday. Yesterday I tried to sculpt some details. On Monday I create these rocks. Yes, on Monday, or I don't remember. But you have the videos there. You have the live streams. So let me explain you what I did, for those who want to know how I create these rocks without, how I create the rocks. So I just create a simple cube, but in this case it is not a simple cube. It is, let me show you what it is. It is a simple shape. Let me show you what it is. Let me deactivate everything. Look, it is this. I need to change this. Let me change this part. It is a simple shape with this. I need to fix this. Okay, it is a simple shape with a lot of faces that I start to add, but as you can see, it is nothing special. Let me fix this because it is going to look not good. Okay, maybe it is a little bit better. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to add rocks here and rocks here, but these rocks are not going to be up, so the base is going to make sense with rocks. But of course, I'm going to split to make it flat in these parts of the rock. So I'm going to make this down. Now we can do that. Great. Now we can continue working with these rocks. Okay, so let me just fix this very quickly and then we can continue. Maybe I have to do this again because look at this, it is a disaster. But it is a simple shape. A simple shape that I just add a lot of vertices, a lot of edges, and just try to create something with that. It is not something special. Let me try to fix this because it is not going to help me with what I want. Okay. Thanks to you that you asked me, because if I didn't do that, I will have some issues later. Okay, what else? What am I missing here? That no, it is like that. This is a disaster. Maybe I have to create this again. No. Okay. Now I know what is this. I extrude these faces. Okay, so now that I fix this, let me explain to you what I did. I just create a simple face. It started with a cube, a simple cube, and then I just add a subdivision surface. Look, subdivision surface. Then I add a remesh to add more, a little bit more of topology. This is the value that I used. It is not too much, 0.2. And then the bumpy part, the thing that you are asking for, is this displace modifier. This displace modifier, I use it in local. These are the values that you can change this, the strength value, you can change that. But the special thing is that I use this when you create a displace, you have to click on new. There is a new button here, a button that says new. Then you click on that and then you can add a texture. And the texture that I use is the clouds for this part. The clouds that are these textures comes with Blender, so this is not nothing special. And I just play with these values. I just reduce the size like that, and then also I change the strength here. I change these values. I just play with it with those settings. After that, I add another subdivision. Only one level of subdivision, and then I add another displacement modifier. And this displacement, I again also something that you need to be really careful. Don't duplicate the modifier and move it in here, because if you do that, if you want to change the texture or the values, you're going to change that here too, in here too. So don't do that. If you want to create different styles to play with it with both textures, you need to create a new modifier, a new displace modifier, and then do that again. Press new, and then for this one, I go to Polyheaven. I think is the website that you can get free textures, free materials, a lot of free HDRI images, a lot of free resources there. So I just found this marble. I think that this is called the name of that texture. I download that image, those textures, 1K, just 1K, and then I use the displacement texture of the whole folder. I just choose the displaced texture and I add it in here, and then I just change this value. That is what I did. But remember that this is for sculpting. So for sculpting, I am not going to, of course, to use more materials, because when I'm going to paint, I'm going to paint it like with brushes, like manually. Let's call it manually. I'm going to paint the details. So for sculpting, what I did after that, let me show you another cube, another stone that I said that I finished, but I didn't like I am not going to use it anymore. So let me try to show you. Let me show you. Okay, this is the result when I press the also I use soft shadow. Let me show you. For this, to look at how it's going to be the result, I use smooth shading on the remesh. I press smooth shading, but remember that this is not going to be the thing that you're going to print. So after adding the smooth shading and all of that, I just use shade flat, and to try to preserve the material, the details, because when you convert this into flat, you're going to watch all the faces, right? But to leave like this kind of sharp details, you can add crease, increase, select these edges, and just try to change the crease value, but you're going to take a lot of time. So I just decided to add a subdivision surface modifier in simple in level 2, and then add another subdivision modifier in the normal method, this one. I did this. I subdivision surface simple. I add 2, and then I use another subdivision surface in the Catmull Clark. This is what I do. This is what I do for the rocks, and then I convert that into a mesh to apply all the modifiers, and then I just start sculpting, smoothing. I do a remesh. Remember that the remesh that I use to add details here for the sculptures that I create. Let me show you. When I came here, remember that this value, I don't know if you can see the value, it says 2600, something like that. Remember that I always prefer to play with these values of the remesh to go a little bit more than 200,000. Okay, with that I know that I have a good level of topology, so I can start sculpting. And the smooth brush I use on 3. This is 0.7. When you open the Blender, your Blender file, I just lower this value to 0.3, and then start to sculpt, to smooth these faces, and I get something like, let me show you if I have, let me see if I have, let me hide this one. If I have a rock that I didn't change, let me see. No, that one no. No, that one no. Where are the rocks? Ah, no, not in here. Like this. Look. You get something like this, and you just have to start smoothing, and you can have the rock with those details. Of course, that you can see here that I didn't smooth because I said that you are not going to see this, so there is no need to fix this. But in these parts, I just smooth and play. I play with 0.5 in the smooth brush, and then I start to smooth the way I want it. And after this, after I say, okay, this is what I want, this is the final model that I want, I am going to add more details, and of course I am going to add alphas. I'm going to play with a crease, with a pinch brush, with flatten. That's up to you. If you want to add more details, of course I'm going to add more details. I'm going to use alphas to create more damage here to the rocks, to create those kind of textures. That's up to you. Or maybe you can use the other brushes, maybe this one, I don't know. Let me show you. For example, you want to create crease here, something like that. That's up to you. Maybe layer, something like this. But as you can see, these brushes are not like really good, so I prefer to use a texture and play with alphas here. I did a lot of that of alphas with the Lapras. With the Lapras model that I upload, that I create on Kik. So you don't want to miss all the models that I create, because I use different methods. So follow me on the other platforms, on Kik and Twitch, because I am creating different methods, different models there. But don't worry, if that's why I saved the Lapras, because maybe one day I can show you. Let me show you the final result of the Lapras. The image. No, let me show you. Okay, I'm going to open the file. Okay, let me show you. But for now we'll finish, because it is time to go to Kik. We are already 2 hours here. Let me hide all of this, and for now I am going to leave it like that for the no. Where is this is base reference. And let me move it to base 2. Okay. Yes, I want to create something like that. Let me show you here. We're going to create the thumbnail, so don't go. I'm going to show you the Lapras to show you how I use alphas. Okay, this is this is what I draw. Okay, we're going to change this because it is not looking good, as you can see. We're going to create maybe I'm going to use this one to just extrude and create another part here, to make it in the right way for this character. We're going to create something really good. Don't worry. Remember that on Monday I had no idea what I was going to create. I tried something, then I came today, I found more references, and they say this is what I want. So Remember that I am doing this here with you in live stream. That's part of the, I am showing you part of the process. This is the part of the work that you say, it's too tired because I don't want to think. Believe me, I think that all of us at one moment say that, but you need to understand that it is part of the process. And here, the special thing about streamings is that you can see that part. I had no idea, but now I have a better idea, and now we are going to create this part. Let's try different things. If it doesn't work, then we're going to try another thing, as we always do. So I'm going to close the file, but let me just one moment for the thumbnail. So until that, please remember, for those who are new, to subscribe, give the like, share this content with others, and leave a comment below. We are so close to finish the first goal for the monetization program, but the first step, but we need to complete a second step, and for that second step, the first thing that I need to complete is to have 1000 subscribers. So we need, as you can see in the numbers in the channel, we need 500 more subscribers. So please, if you like the content, please share it with another people that maybe are interested about 3D, and they maybe they can join to the channel, so we can reach our first goal. Okay, so I think that it is enough. I'm going to show you the lapras. Save, of course. Save this one too. Let me see the lapras. I am printing lapras. Also, I think that I'm going to recreate 3 characters that I created before, because I think that I can do that better. And it's the Charizard, the Blastoise, the Agumon, and the Venusaur. I think that I'm going to create new versions of those characters. It is not that the other ones are bad, but I think that I can create better versions of those characters. I remember that I did those on the iPad the last year when I had no computer. So I think that now we can do better, but it is not going to be in the future. So let me show you the prepare to print color. I think is the file. I'm not going to activate the render settings because it is too much, and it is in the external device. I need to move that into the desktop maybe to have a better result. So I'm just going to use this. Okay, so here in the lapras, let me show you. Let me hide this. I'm not going to save this. This is the lapras that we created, and I wanted to show you this, the shell. So look at the shell. Look at those details. I did this with alphas. So you can see all these details that I did here. I use a complete streaming only to do this, because that's the time that you, also with the painting process, I use alphas too, to try to create something special there. So as you can see, this is what you can create with alphas. Alphas is a great help, especially here with the sculpting. So I wanted to show you that, and this is what I'm going to use for the rocks of our Hawkgirl. Okay, so friends, this is all for today. We're going to continue tomorrow if nothing happens, if I have light, if I have my internet connection with no problems. We're going to continue on Thursday. I meet tomorrow. So again, if you are new in this channel, please remember to subscribe, give a like, share this content with others, and leave a comment below. Also, if you want to join to our Discord server, you have the link there. You can ask questions about 3D, you can share things about 3D in the proper channel, and also there is a section for games. Okay, remember that I am not a gamer. I enjoy playing games. I am not a good gamer. You can watch my gaming streaming nights. I am playing in a very hard mode the games that I play, and I lose a lot of times. I got defeated a lot of times, but that's part of the fun. So if you want to join me, and why I play games? Because I want to play games. I enjoy playing games, and one day I'm going to create my own game. So I need to learn about mechanics, and I need to learn about how the texture that they use, all the things that are part of a game. And if I want to create one day, I need to play games. So that's why we do that here. We do a lot of things here. Maybe one day we can create AR too here. Okay, also 3D printing, but you can watch the 3D printing process. Maybe I have also an idea with Arduinos, but I need to learn that first. I need to learn a lot of things, and I want to share to you a lot of things, but for now, that's what we do in this channel. Also, okay, please, now in a few minutes I'm going to start in Kick. We continue with our executor, our Pokemon. So please join me. I think that today we're going to start creating the pose, just because I already did everything else. Yes. I need to create the pose so I can start improving the parts of the body of the Pokemon. And maybe on Friday we can start painting the Pokemon. Yes. The difficult part about that is that I don't know what pose I want to create. Because if I'm going to create one pose, I am trying to think if that model is not going to fall. Okay, thank you. In a few minutes we're going to start. Let me just go for some water, eat some fruit, and then I return here to continue with that. Okay, so and tomorrow on Twitch. Remember, tomorrow on Twitch. I'm going to write those hours, the schedule, the full schedule on Discord, I think. Yes, I'm going to share that with you. The hours that we have for our streams. Okay, so please follow me on my social media accounts, Instagram and TikTok. Follow me on my other platforms, Twitch and Kick, where I am creating more models. There are smaller projects, but I think that you're going to enjoy. And also, as we do here, the same thing, we try different things. Maybe things that I never shared with you here because there was no need to do that. Maybe in the future we're going to do that. And also, after we complete the Hawkgirl, I know what project we're going to do. I know what project we're going to do with our 3D modeling, because now we're going to move forward with 3D modeling. We're going to model, create materials, and also animate a character. That character is going to be part of the identity of this channel. It's going to be like the friend, like the little, I don't know how to call that, to the assistant. It is going to be a little bot, a little robot that I have in mind. I'm going to create a lot of things with that robot, and that is going to be the first step to create original characters. Those original characters are going to be used in the future for some mini games that we're going to create. So if you don't want to miss anything, please join me to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so what else? If you want me to collaborate with your project as a freelancer, please, there is my contact me, there's send me a message, there is my email there is also multiple ways, LinkedIn, social media accounts. You can create a project on CD Trader or Upwork and send me a message there. And finally, if you want to support the channel, there is a PayPal link there. So you want maybe to support with something, but even better, if you want to get something in exchange for your support, you can get one of my models. You can, maybe you need assets for your games and animations, you can visit my Turbo Squid store. If you want sculptors for 3D printing to add it for your collection, you can visit my Calls 3D store. And also I have a third option, that is CD Trader, where you are going to find everything. 3D modeling, 3D sculpting. All of my models are there, so you have 3 different options. And by getting one of those models, one of those files, you're supporting this channel. But if you don't have money, because I understand all of us have different problems and all of that, there's no need to just give it a like and subscribe. That is a lot, believe me, that means a lot, and it helps a lot. And that is free, just 2 seconds, 1 second, subscription, like, and share it. So that's all, friends. In 10 more minutes, I think that we are going to start on Kick. So go to Kick if you want to. For 1 more hour, we're going to start. We're going to try to complete our character. Okay. So thanks for coming. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for helping me. Thanks for your suggestions. Remember to subscribe, and see you in the next one.